G'day guys, got a interesting one for you. You know, I've been buying a few El Cheapo things off Aliexpress. You know, it's usually smooth sailing, but I'm going to show you how cheeky some of these people over who use this for selling. Okay, these are all my stuff I've bought, and there's all the completed items. Okay, that's come. They've come. They've come, that's come, that's come, that's come, that's come. All this stuff has arrived, right? And you know, it's really recent. It's all arrived, no problem. And this one it's really petty, but I'm going to make an issue of it anyway, just because of the attitude from the other party. So all that stuff there, it's all come. There's that soldering iron I bought. That's already arrived ages ago. And then we get to this one here, this WNB official store. All I ordered was really cheap. It was some flux, some resin. Okay. Now, I ordered this back on February the 4th. Okay. Everything else has arrived except this. So I got on there and I said, okay, we'll put in a thing because it says guaranteed delivery in that, and they've actually shut me right down. This is interesting. So I went to do it the other day, and it said, "Oh no, it hasn't been long enough." I said, "You know, hang on a second. It's the 11th of April, so it's been a month and a half." And yeah, anyway, to cut a long story short, be wary. Occasionally, you're going to catch something. Now, I there's something here I could click. I can't click it anymore. It's basically locked me out, and I can't do anything about it. But I said that you know, if you didn't get it within a certain amount of time, get a refund. Aha, right? Because it's all meant to be guaranteed. It was like $7, right? And here's my no. I'll try and remember it because it's been wiped. I can't find it anymore. They've wiped it, so I can't use it. But just be wary when you use this guy. If you use this guy, be careful because he basically told. I'll tell you how it went. It went like this. It was quite interesting. It said something about it hasn't been long enough, right? I went, no, yes, it has. It has been long enough. And then it said, you should be aware that the shipping, which they used, not my request, the shipping they used, what was the exact words? Uh, was dangerous and unsatisfactory. I think that might be a bit of language muddle up there, but they shipped something to me through something that, or some company they said was no, unreliable and dangerous. That's what it was. Unreliable and dangerous. So the shippers are unreliable and dangerous, and they decided to use unreliable and dangerous shipping to me. So that's that. You know, everything else has arrived except that, and basically I was told to get stuffed. So what I did, it closed the whole thing. If I actually went on here and I went, oh, wrong one, try again. We've gone down, it must have jumped the page. Order details. That is for fun. Okay. Now, where is it here? Okay. Just reading this bit here. There it says order placed on February the 4th. Order. It says copy, but I don't know why I want to copy that for. But there was see request. See if it's in here. I think they wiped it on me. There it is. Returns and refunds. There it is. If you can see that, no refund. I don't get a refund, and it's been marked off. Right? As far as they're concerned, it's arrived. It never moved from China since the 27th of February. And that was the data that was here. I can't see it anymore. They've actually wiped the data. So, yeah, so me and the seller have reached an agreement. He told me to get stuffed, that they use a bad and dangerous, unsatisfactory shipping company, and you can, yeah, go to hell. Fantastic. That's the way I think. That is just pathetic. Even eBay doesn't do that to you. At least you can get some dialogue. There's no way I can open dialogue now. It's closed off. So I know it's only $7, but here's the interesting thing. I got in there and I said, well, we're going to leave him some really good feedback. You can't leave bad feedback, I found. It doesn't come up. I gave him 1 star on everything, and yeah, I said that the seller's untrustworthy, and yeah, it doesn't come up. So the only way that you can have a go at these people and out them for what they've done, yeah. Oh, there we are. There it is. There's my reason. That's my reason, right? It hadn't moved on their tracking system since the 27th of February. So it must be very, very slow shipping. It's funny how everything else turned up, even things I ordered a week ago has turned up, but no, not that. So I don't know if it's a scam or what it is. Everyone who buys it, uh, something you just get dicked around, and nothing ever comes of it. So I don't know. Look, you try and do anything here. I think see the feedback. Here we are. There's a feedback I wrote, right? 1 star. I guarantee you it doesn't turn up on the site. So it won't be there. So I'll click on it. I'll click on it, and we'll go down here. I'll probably make a mountain of them out of a molehill, but that's what the stuff was anyway. So let's see. Yeah, it's got stable performance and widely application. Lead-free solder paste, solder flux. Well, I hope it's lead-free because it's flux. Here we go. Quality, efficiency, service, and reliability. Well, I don't know about the quality because I never received it. Efficiency, nah. Service, VCE. Reliability, nah, unreliable. Um, Contact us within 24 hours. Okay. Feedback. Come on, let's have a look at the feedback. Feedbacks. Oh no. Everyone gives them 5 stars. So that's that. That's I don't know if I can do much more with that. I think I've basically been locked out. Uh, but that's pretty pretty unbelievable. Message center. I don't know. I'm just going to click things and see if something turns up. Um, so here's our messages, and I guarantee you, there's not there. It's not that one. No, 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 no. Okay. Um, yeah, back to orders. Basically, I told them it hasn't arrived. I got told to get stuffed. That's what's happened. So I thought that it might be worthwhile just pointing that out. Yeah, I can't do anything about it now. It's actually it would have been tracking some other information here. No, it's just that it's as far as they're concerned, I've got it and I haven't. Um, yeah, contact seller. See, contact seller can't do anything. It won't contact the seller. See, locked out. This is if you have a dispute, they're going to lock you out. They're going to say, well, tough luck. The thing is that you might order something, say it's worth a couple of $100, and it just doesn't come. Well, what do? Get stuffed. Is that what happens? You just get told to get stuffed. Oh, sorry, we shipped it by unreliable and dangerous company. Get stuffed. Your loss. So I've only had this with one company on Aliexpress, and the rest of them have been really good. So I'm not going to go and um, stop using Aliexpress because of Mr. WNB official store. But a cheeky attitude like that just needs to be outed, in my opinion, because you can't swear on this thing. I would go to town. He would be called an F and C and A and H and all sorts of things. But yeah, I'll keep it polite. He's still that in my head, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, yeah, just absolutely mind-boggling. Anyway, apart from that, I have installed what I did to the 5000 into the 4500, into a customer's 4500. It actually came back because they want sort of particular specifications, and he said, "Oh no, it's not going deep enough." So I said, "Okay, we'll fix that." Um, it's on the bench there at the moment. I don't know if you can see that. There it is, right in the middle of the frame. This one. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Can I? I can't make it bigger on this camera, but I've got it sitting there. I'll turn that off. I might as well give it a fire up. So I've got it on those little 5-inch coils up there at the moment. It's got variable gain on this one, and it is turned full. The back gain, all the other settings are standard. And it's in its so-so mono, it's normal timings, deep, everything else is factory standard. So one thing you will know, and probably because that's on too, I don't know, a little bit more electrical interference, but up up yonder there, up there, I've got my little setup there. I don't know. I should make the camera higher, but like I say, the gain is absolutely cranked on this, so it hasn't got variable frequency in this either. It's sitting there. It's basically stock standard. It's getting into the noise a bit now, but yeah, it's getting into the noise. but somewhere around about 37 to 38 centimeters. That's a bit better than what we had on that other thing. Oh, I haven't got the other microphone on, but you know, if you have a listen, you know, where is it, other microphone? I'll just get it, and you can have a listen to the noise coming through. It's all 50 hertz noise. There's nothing I can do about it, but you know, if I stick that over there and turn the speaker around that way, that's how much noise is here, and this is really, really balanced. So there's a stack of noise coming through. So, but even if I get the target, it's that thin ring. Yeah, I'm fighting the noise now. Yeah, it's right up there. But like I say, if I was out in the field and didn't have that noise, I don't know where it will end up. Might even go to 40 centimeters or something, which would be completely crazy. Yeah, even on small gold, that's in normal timings. Even we just use a 0.05 like that, you know, still. Like I say, normal timings. And probably stick it into enhance. We'll stick it in enhance. Getting somewhere up around seven odd centimeters, but there's too much noise to make an accurate prediction on that. So that's that anyway. Yeah, wheeling away over there. So, oh, by the way, I got to show you this. This is quite good. This will be a saviour for you guys out there who do work on these detectors. And if you're flicking them, you know, working on it this way and flicking it over and flicking it back, you'll end up destroying the mylar strips. All the copper will break. And to stop that, I want to find the packet of the things I bought. It's right there. Okay. I bought these. These are 30 centimeter Pope microjet risers. It's microjet watering system. These, of all things, you gotta watch out for these too. Even though they're plastic, they're really sharp because you got to stab it. It's got that little thing there on the end, that bit there. I actually stabbed it in my hand right there yesterday. Oh dear me! I now feel like going to sneeze. Edit. Sorry, no edits. If I sneeze, you're going to cop it. At least the germs won't travel. But yeah, dust. As soon as I opened up that packet, yeah, dust came out of it or something. Yeah, well, these are microjet irrigation system something or others. Anyway, you got to get the long ones, don't get the short ones. But what I did with them, I'll show you on this one. Let's pull that out. And I had this tied in before, but it's not tied at the moment. But you can see where I put those rods there, or those little things. I've actually just screwed them in. There's a screw there and a screw on the other side. You don't need four of them. And that is quite rigid. So what I did, I just, when I was working on it, just make sure I don't touch the 250 volts or whatever's there. It's got little holes on the board here as well, there and there. And I just put little bits of wire through and just tightened it. So the whole thing just locked down like that, and it won't move. It's fantastic. You can probably go and detect like that and do modifications on the fly if you wanted to do that. So that is good, because when you're flipping it over and over and over, the mylar stays still. That's this thing here and this thing here. If they pull out and whatever, you pull them out, put them back in, they'll end up breaking because you're putting tension on them all the time. So this is a good way if you're going to work on detectors. Get a couple of those, chop them to roughly the length I did, whatever that may be. You can make it longer if you wanted to. Yeah, just you could probably just get some of those little spiral clip things and just cut the end off one and stick it through and just go flip, flip. Well, I don't know what to call them. They're like cable ties, but they're not cable ties. They're twist. They just twist them, one twist, and it's sort of spring-loaded nylon plastic, and it just will hold it in place. So, you could make something up on one of these. You could probably in the bar here, you could probably screw something in and have it that you could have a little, I don't know, some sort of fitment that you could turn sideways and then put on, and it would hold the board to it, like clamp it. A lot of things you could do, but yeah, if you don't want to wreck boards, or the mylar, sorry, you don't want to wreck these because these things are very fragile. You work hard on them like that, they start breaking and you start getting funny effects. So anyway, we've gone from Aliexpress with their non-existent, well, one of the stores with its non-existent customer service, and we've gone on to the 45. So the 45 works really well. Got to be field tested, of course. Our ground balances quite well in normal timings and piece of cake in the others at full gain. So that's got a lot more gain than what the other one had. You can tell it goes right up there, and it's picking up a bit more noise. But if I just turn the gain down a bit, the noise goes away. But I just had it flat out just for the demonstration. So that's that. Some other funny stuff happened yesterday, but I don't know if I'll mention it. I might save it for a story for another day, but it was really quite funny. But I won't mention it yet. It was. I should check with someone else if I should mention it, because it might have some sort of ramifications if it got around. I don't know. Doesn't make any difference. Probably not, but it might upset someone. But but the person who would get upset is I'd love to upset them, actually, because they're a proverbial, and they know it, and they've been told before. Anyway, that's the whole thing. They were told before, and the same person's turned up again. But anyway, it's nothing to do with detectors, by the way. It's something totally different, but it's quite funny. And yeah. Anyway, I won't go into it. I'll save it for another day. But yeah, as you can see with detectors, or have a look, we've got a couple in up there from the US. Oh no, it's 5,000. And something else up there with it. I can't even tell what it is. And there's a couple on the floor down there as well. Dear me. Yeah, there's a couple on the floor down there as well. Funny old stuff kicking around. But yeah, I'm doing a 6,000, and I had some parts specifically that it's really tricky to put into, by the way. Don't do this at home, because you'll probably bust the board and then you'll cry. But I had these parts specifically for the 6,000 going, and I've looked high and low, I can't find them. So I just put another order into Mouser for another set, and they're damn well expensive. They're quite critical to go in to these 6,000 detectors. I could go into great detail why and how and all the rest of it, and where they live and what they are. But look, I really think that if you try to pull them out yourself and replace them, because they are surface mount components, there's a good chance that you'll probably break the board. It's really tricky. And if I do one, like, I don't even know if I'll show the end result. Maybe if you have it done to your detector, you pull it apart yourself and have a look at what I've done. But I don't want to show anybody this because it's so damn difficult to try. Well, you can't get a soldering iron in there, right? So you've got to use hot air. And if you use hot air in the vicinity, you're going to melt things, right? Which are very, very heat sensitive. So it's really, really tricky to do. So you got to, make heat shields and all sorts of stuff for it. And if you just have a millimeter gap, the hot air is going to rush in, and it's going to burn things, and then that's near impossible to replace the way it's been put on. So I don't even want to show that because I know people possibly try it and then blame me for it that they did it. But that does happen, believe it or not. Um, yeah, so that's all good fun. Uh, nothing else. Nothing else on the horizon, as far as I know. Um, I I know a prototype detector went out. Would have been yesterday, and was marched around Melbourne. Worked that one out. Very interesting. Um, somewhere around Latrobe Street, if you know where that is. Anyway, that's neither here nor there either. I thought it was very interesting that something like that was in that vicinity where it should have been out in the goldfield, but that was another thing. I'm dropping little hints here and there, but I'm not saying too much. Yeah, no, I can't say much about anything else. There's nothing really interesting. So that's that. Uh, when I finish this thing here off, this 45, I might run out and do a field test between this and the 5000. That might be a good idea. I'll do a side by side. I'll use the same. I'll just do it up the road because I've got to really gear up to do the big one with the buried targets, and it's a lot of mucking around. It's a whole day gone. But I do want to get that done as well. If I get the 6000 done, I'll take that up there as well, and I'll try comparable coils on the 45 and the 5, and we'll see how it goes against the 6. So that'd be a very good comparison. Modified 6000 against a modified 5000 and a modified 45. Just see what happens. And I've also got a gold monster to do, but I don't think I'll be comparing that with a pulse induction detector. It is that's not a fair test, is it? Maybe on pinheads of gold. Yes, it would be the gold monster would probably win, but when it came to mineralized soils and depth, it would run out of puff. It would sit there and do nothing. Anyway, that's it. I'm just going to waffle like crazy if I keep waffling. So yeah, I just try to make it like a decent sized video rather than just do something for 10 minutes or whatever. I always try and get them out to about half an hour if I can. Sometimes I go over. That's the waffle. But we're at 28 minutes, probably good enough. And yeah, I'm just searching the registry banks here and just see if there's anything in there that I can say which is interesting. No, catches.